people heard that they were going through a divorce, people will be shocked. Why would you still be staying in the same house with her? Why would you still be staying in the same house with him? Aren't you this, People will be so sure that things will not go well, that she might poison him before they're able to separate, or that he might do something. But they've successfully done it. They've done it, and there are others. There are others. So,
But yeah,
yeah.
but your example is um is worth using, but you need to take cognizance of the fact that why people are surprised is that it's not usual.
Yes, I
It's one in a
agree.
million.
Yes,
And you cannot build a rule with
yes,
exceptions.
yes, yes. But the danger of the rules is that a lot of people focus only on the rules and then forget to now take a second look
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
particular.
yeah. That is why in this type of conversations,
Yeah,
you come down to specific cases
right.
and you begin to consider what presents.
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot use generalizations.
I have notes. Let me just go there and say a specific case. Two girls growing up with their mom and dad. One is favored by the mom, and we don't know the reason why. And then they grow up this way. The dad doesn't do anything about it. He treats both girls like everything is normal and okay, but he doesn't do anything about the mom favoring the other one in so many things, supporting that one in school with achievements, with different things, but the other one just is relegated. Now the other one finds someone ready to marry her, and even though this person isn't treating her like one would want their husband to treat them, their husband to be to treat them, not showering her with love and everything, she does her best in everything. This is a real story that I'm giving you. I've just changed a little bit about it so that the people do not, yeah. So she does her best with this man, overlooks the things that he does. In her mind, because this is a story that I know, I know this story. I know these people personally. In her mind, her thoughts are, with time, he will see that I am there for him and I am everything that he could ever want in a woman, right? And this is also a good looking girl, and she's intelligent. So they go ahead to get married, despite the fact that people are saying to her, this does not look like a good fit for you because this man does not appear to, yes. But her reason, afterwards we hear this thing, right? Her reason for doing this is because finally she's going to have her own person. I am going to get married. And even though this man is doing this, I am going to shower him with love, patience, and be there through everything he's doing. And eventually he will turn around. But it doesn't happen that way. And what I found out later is that the man himself is also from a background where he didn't have parental care and love. He didn't. So people react to these things in different ways. You know how some people will say a person that's,
Both of them are damaged people.
yes. So people react to these things in different ways. Somebody who doesn't have parental love growing up, some people like that end up being people who want love so much that, in fact, okay, no, they all want love so much, but their responses are different. Their responses aren't always the same. There are those who, in everything that they do in their relationships, they only want to pour love and only want to get love back because they've lacked it so much. That is all they want. Then there are those who, they just feel like, I'm never going to get it, so I wouldn't even bother. So relationships for them are just for the sake of relationships. And I believe that that's the category that man fell into. So all he wanted was I'm going to have a family. I'm going to have a wife. I'm going to have a family. I'll marry a decent girl. I can have her bring up the children, with proper principles and all. So he marries a decent girl because he wants to have a decent family. But the issue of love is not in the equation at all. But this girl doesn't understand that. In her mind, she's projecting what she believes everybody would want. I'm going to show you so much love and dedication, you're going to turn around, right? But it doesn't happen. And it gets so bad that he doesn't even have sexual relations with her. That's how bad it gets. It's so bad that he doesn't even have conversations with her at home. So he comes home, he doesn't talk to her, he wants no relationship. He's not interested in having a relationship. So this girl finds herself year after year after year for like 13 years. 13, 13 years of marriage, has been living as a single married woman for 13 years of marriage. This thing started before the marriage, but now in the marriage it's been 13 years and this has been going on. So about that time, she ends up in an extramarital affair of a sexual nature. She actually goes on to,
The woman
yes,
or the man?
actually, because men are always talking to women. Men are always talking to women, you know? So somebody who is always talking to me, if I am in that situation where I don't have any male company, the fact that I'm married and at home with a man like this means that I still don't have any male company. It means that I have been living my life without male company, right? So she falls into the hands of one of these men, you know, because maybe they develop a relationship where the person is so nice and they are close and all that. So it ends up in a sexual relationship, you know, and somebody finds out about it. Somebody finds out about it, and then the story begins to go around. So now she is disgraced, but nobody knows how she ended up in that. Right? And she loses the marriage. The marriage breaks up, which isn't such a big deal because that was never a marriage in any case, right? So that marriage breaks up. Now, the children are now in the situation of people that people will start to look at as people from a broken home. And not only that, they are going to be looking at them as a person whose mother did this. And she has daughters. She has only daughters. So you can imagine if somebody gets to hear about this is what happened, this is what the mother did. How does that impact her daughters? You know? Nobody is going to start finding out the real story of how this woman ended up there and did what she did. All they know is that their mother did this. Then they begin to think about it as a person whose mother did this without knowing that she's actually a decent person. She just happened to have fallen for that, and we can understand how she fell for that. You know, so now this person, how does she now, in her thinking now, it's everything started from home. Do you understand? So in fact, even her, she doesn't even have the financial independence. She didn't do well in school because of carrying the burdens or the psychological burdens that she had as a growing child. Now, not everybody is going to fall into that. Some people will. Some people will be fine, but this is her own case. So you can see that different aspects of her life have now been impacted from just that experience of not feeling loved at home, not getting the love from mom and not getting the support from dad to try to neutralize what was happening with the mother. So with these types of things now, this is a person's whole life. It's her whole life up until this point. And so
And how old is she? How old is she now?
she's over 40 now. She's over 40 now. Yes. So everything has to,
It's a lifetime of
it's a lifetime of trauma.
Yeah, a
A lifetime of
lifetime of.
stress.
She never was a
Because
happy person. She has never been happy.
she has not, yeah, she hasn't been happy. Now, and not, it doesn't end there, because these things, they create ailments in the body. Sometimes when people hear that somebody has this ailment or that ailment, some of those things are coming because of the mental stress, the psychological stress. The body takes count.
I know of I know of a pastor's wife. The marriage failed, and when she was to marry this man, her family was against it, but she said nobody will stop her from doing what her God told her to do. Eventually, when in fact they became close to me, I am the one who even opened some ministry opportunities for the man. And then he started philandering. Eventually, he decided to walk away from the marriage. This woman herself began to contradict each other. Sometimes her body will start shaking from her head to her toe. Sometimes she collapses, her blood wouldn't walk well. Do you know that she eventually died? It was from her experience that I learned that boredom and frustration can actually kill a woman.
Can kill a human being. The psychological unhealthy mental state. Yes. It's so funny.
I don't know about women. Women are more susceptible. I guess they seem to be more
Oh.
susceptible to these things than men.
So it does appear so, because I know a woman who died from this thing as well. From frustration, from heartbreak. Heartbreak kills. Heartbreak kills. Because for years, for decades, she had lived with it. Shortly before that woman died, right? I was with her. I was with her. I was with her when she was talking. She talked through the night. She talked through the night of what her husband had been doing to her over the years, right? And then after that talking, she didn't talk again. She didn't. She didn't talk again, and she died.
Here in Nigeria,
Yes, and she died about from that night till she died. She didn't talk again.
she went into coma,
No, she didn't go into coma. She was there.
but she wouldn't talk.
Yes, she didn't talk again, and it was 2 weeks, about 2 weeks from that time that she died.
Ah,
Yeah.
wow.